Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below. Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we are discussing important current affairs for the topic acquisition and mergers and MOU for September month. It will be quite an interesting and important session, students, so stay tuned with us till the end, and if you are new here, do subscribe with us. Let's start. The first question is Tata Steel Limited. They have acquired over 300 crore equity shares that are worth 3,104 crore rupees in the subsidiary, that is T Steel Holding Private Limited. Next is in September, Invesco Mutual Fund, they secured the approval from SEBI to transfer how much % stake in Indian operations to Indosin International Holding Limited. So the Invesco Mutual Fund secured approval from SEBI to transfer 60% of stake. Next, in September, which company acquired an additional 2% stake worth approximately 176 crore rupees in Dassault Reliance Aerospace Limited from Reliance Aerostructure, increasing their shareholding from 49% to 51%. So it is Dassault Aviation. Next, in September, CCI under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs has approved the proposed acquisition of Dana Incorporated of highway business by how much? For approximately $2.7 billion. And it is by whom? It is by Allison Transmission Holding Incorporation. Next, mention the financial institution from which Apollo Hospitals Enterprise Limited. They have announced their plans to acquire 30.5% stake in subsidiary Apollo Health and Lifestyle for 1,254 crore rupees. So, mention the financial institution. It is your International Finance Corporation, IFC. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the approvals by CCI in September. If we look at the options here, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, mention the company that completed their merger with Piramal Finance Limited in September following the approval for the composite schemes of arrangement from National Company Law Tribunal. So, mention that company. It is Piramal Enterprise Limited. Next is in September, which company announced the acquisition of 100% ownership of Engine Engineering, an Italian automotive design and engineering firm, for over 5.1 million euros. It is TVS Motors Company Limited. Next, in the 2-day National Agriculture Conference, that is Rabi Abhiyan, held in New Delhi in September, the government of India set a target of how much of food grains for Rabi season. So India set a target of how much? This is your homework, students, and I need to see maximum participation from all the students. Next is MOU. Identify the company that signed a memorandum of understanding with the Department of Post in August to support the development of digital post index number, that is DigiPin. It is Map My India, Mappls here, right? Mappls, it is a provider of location technology, IoT and geospatial solutions, and the MOU here aims to utilize the Mappls, the mapping platform of Map My India, and their products to support the development and implementation of DigiPin. Next, which private sector bank collaborated with Indian Highways Management Company Limited in August to implement India's first comprehensive multi-lane free-flow tolling system at the Chauriasi Fee Plaza at NH48 in Gujarat. So, which private company? It is ICICI Bank. Next, in August, Indian Institute of Technology Hyderabad partnered with Indian Army's Simulator Development Division under Army Training Command to establish a center of excellence named what? Named Vigraha. Next, identify the startup program launched by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting in partnership with Indian Institute of Creative Technologies, Maharashtra, in August to support the media tech startups. It is Wavex. Next, which public sector bank has signed an MOU with Indian Railways on 1st September to enhance insurance benefits for the railway employees? It is State Bank of India. Next, on September 1st, the Department of Post signed a memorandum of understanding with ESRI India Technologies Private Limited to use high resolution imagery and street base maps for digital postal index portal, that is DigiPin number. Next is mention the organization that launched Samarth Incubation Program Cohort 2 in collaboration with Software Technology Parks of India and the Indus Entrepreneurs Delhi National Capital Region in September to support the deep tech startups. So mention that organization. It is Center for the Development of Telematics, CDOT. Next, identify the private sector bank that partnered with DPIIT on 4th September to support the startups in India. So identify that private sector bank. It is ICICI Bank. Next, in September, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, they signed a 10-year memorandum of understanding with Horizon Fuel Cell Technologies of Singapore to jointly develop hydrogen fuel cell based trains tailored for Indian market. And you will be seeing, students, that hydrogen market is the future, right? You will be seeing hydrogen fuel will be more prevalent than that of electric vehicles. Next, mention the port with which National Thermal Power Corporation Green Energy Limited has signed an MoU to establish a green hydrogen fueling station at the port. So mention that port. It is Vio Chidambarar Port. Moving on. Next, Kongsberg Maritime, they have signed an agreement with Mandovi Dry Docks and Ripley Group to provide an integrated equipment package for India's first electric tug under Green Tug Transition Program. This project will be deployed at which port? It will be deployed at Deen Dayal Port in Gujarat. Next, mention the public sector bank in India that has signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of Rajasthan to invest 21,000 crore rupees under Rising Rajasthan initiative. It is Punjab National Bank. Next, name that company that has signed 4 strategic MOUs with Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Polran Infotech, Rajaram Bapu Institute of Technology, and Monk 9 Tech Private Limited in September to strengthen semiconductor ecosystem during the Semicon India conference in New Delhi. So name that company that signed this 4 strategic MOUs here. It is RRP Electronics Limited. Next, which country has signed a bilateral investment treaty with India in September to promote cross-border investment, becoming the first organization for economic cooperation and development member state to sign under India's new investment treaty framework. So which country signed this bilateral investment treaty? It is Israel. Next, in September, the Ministry of Labor and Employment, they collaborated with Mentor Together and with which organization? That is Quaker, to strengthen the job access and career mentoring through the National Career Service portal. Next, mention the state that has signed an MOU with Japan's Asian One Corp Limited to create global skills and employment opportunities for the youth of the state in Japan. So it is Meghalaya state. Next, in September, Telangana government, they have signed a letter of intent with which University of Australia to promote AI-driven innovative solutions aligned with public good and digital economy goals. So it is Deakin University. Next, which central public sector enterprise partnered with Innovations for Defense Excellence, Defense Innovation Organization in September to jointly develop dual-use cutting-edge technologies under the Aspire program. So, which is it? It is EdCIL India Limited. Correct, students? Next, these are your important current affairs, students. Now let's move to the revision part that will be quite beneficial for your learning. The Industrial Transition Accelerator has released their report titled India Insights Briefing, Unlocking India's Clean Industrialization Opportunity. Identify the country that topped the global list for the highest number of clean energy industrial projects as mentioned in the report. If we say here, it is China that has secured the top position in this report. So it is China, then it is USA, then our country India, then Australia, and then Spain. Next, mark the correct statement regarding the inauguration of the 150th anniversary celebration of Vande Mataram. If we look at the option, all these 3 options are rightly mentioned. Moving on, choose the defense manufacturer that signed a $1 billion agreement with USA-based General Electric Company for the supply of 113 jet engines to power 97 light combat aircraft Tejas Mark 1A for the Indian Air Force in November 2025. So which is that organization? It is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and it is for the 97 light combat aircraft Tejas Mark 1A fighter jet. Next, mark the correct statement regarding Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Uttarakhand on 9th of November, marking 25th Foundation Day of the state. Which is it? It is all these 3 options are rightly mentioned. Next, mark the incorrect statement regarding the 18th Urban Mobility India Conference and exhibition held in Gurugram, Haryana. So we have to find the incorrect statement. Option B is right, C is right, our option is A, which is wrong. It is saying that the 18th edition of the Urban Mobility India Conference and exhibition was organized under the theme Sustainable Mobility for All. Is it so? Is it the theme here that you need to remember? No, it is Urban Development and Mobility Nexus. Right, so theme is Urban Development and Mobility Nexus. Right, this is the theme here that you need to remember. Next, mark the correct statement regarding the initiatives launched during the National Urban Conclave organized by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs in New Delhi. If we look at the options here, we have to find the correct statement. A is right, B is right, C is wrong. C is saying that the Jal Hi Janani initiative was launched under the Swachh Bharat Mission Urban to promote sanitation awareness through music. Is it so? Is it correct? No, this is wrong, right? That is Jal Hi Janani, right? Basically, we talk about this here. Manwalal Khattar launched this Amrit anthem, that is Jal Hi Janani. This is an anthem, right? That highlights the importance of water in daily lives. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the Co-op-Com 2025 inaugurated by Amit Shah in November in New Delhi. If we look at the option, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, which organization signed a contribution agreement with SIDBI, that is SIDBI's Venture Capital Fund only, that is Small Industries Development Bank of India Venture Capital Limited in November to launch 1000 crore rupees space venture fund that is aimed at strengthening India's space tech startup ecosystem. So which organization has signed this contribution? It is with InSpace. InSpace is the commercial arm of ISRO only, right? And this agreement is for setting up a venture capital fund for 1000 crore rupee that will be for India's space tech startup. Right, students? Next, where did the 11th edition of India-Sri Lanka joint military exercise Mitra Shakti commence in November to enhance bilateral defense cooperation and joint counter-terrorism capabilities under United Nations mandate? It is Belgavi, Karnataka. Next is in November, it is GSW Energy Limited that is commissioned India's largest green hydrogen plant in Vijayanagar in Karnataka. Location is important and it is India's largest. Right, students? Next, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ma'am inaugurated India's first modern river ferry terminal in November, where this gateway terminal and jetty was located. So it is located in Guwahati, Assam. Moving on, mark the incorrect statement regarding the export sector schemes approved by the Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. If we see here, the incorrect statement, A is right, C is right, B is wrong, which is our answer. Correct, take a note of this. It is saying that the credit guarantee scheme for the exporters provide 50% credit guarantee coverage by NCGTC to MLIs, right? And it is for additional credit up to 20,000 crore rupees valid till March 2026. Correct. So it is valid till 31st of March 2026. And here if we see 20,000 crore rupees additional credit is also right. But if we look at this number, right, that is the scheme provides 50% credit guarantee coverage. No, it is not 50% but 100% credit guarantee coverage. Next, identify the mineral that was not included in the Union Cabinet's approval of the rationalized royalty rates in November, aimed at boosting domestic production and reducing the import dependence. It is nickel. Next is which state emerged as the first in India to roll out the amended BharatNet scheme in November, a rural broadband initiative aimed at enabling e-health, e-education and e-governance services. It is Punjab state. Important. Next, name the country that became the world's first cashless society in November, where cash circulation accounts for less than 4% of the GDP. It is Sweden. Next, identify the Indian National Park that earned good rating from IUCN, that is International Union for the Conservation of Nature, in their 4th edition of the World Heritage Outlook, becoming the only Indian site to achieve a positive conservative assessment. So, which is that Indian National Park? It is Kanchenjunga National Park. Where is this located? It is located in Sikkim. Also remember this World Heritage Outlook. This was released during the IUCN World Conservation Congress that was held in Abu Dhabi UAE. Next, which organization has released State of the Food and Agriculture report titled Addressing Land Degradation Across Landholding Scales in November, highlighting India among the countries with the highest yield loss due to the human-induced land degradation. Which is it? It is Food and Agriculture Organization. Right? Take a note. This is an arm of UN. Moving on. Next, the 29th edition of the multilateral exercise Malabar involving the participation of Quad nations began in November. Which are the Quad countries? If we see here, India, USA, then Australia and Japan. These are the 4 countries Quad, and they conduct an exercise that is Malabar exercise. This is the 29th edition of this Malabar exercise. Right? Question asked is that the exercise was hosted by which country? It is United States of America that hosted this exercise, and the navies of these countries, they took part here. And this time, if we see from Indian side, INS Shahadri took part in this exercise. Next, identify the South Asian country that became the first in the region and the 56th globally to join UN Water Convention on 20th of June. It is Bangladesh. Next, which country was ranked as the world's happiest city? Recently launched Time Out Cities Life Index, while Mumbai topped the Asian happiness chart here. So, which city was ranked as the world's happiest city? It is Abu Dhabi, UAE. And if we talk about the Asian cities, it is Mumbai that secured the top position here. Next, and globally also Mumbai, India, it secured 5th position. This is globally. Next, identify the sector where India and Vietnam, they have signed a memorandum of agreement for mutual search, rescue support and cooperation on the sidelines of the 15th India-Vietnam Defense Policy Dialogue held in Hanoi, Vietnam. So, identify the sector where India and Vietnam signed a memorandum of agreement. It is in the submarine sector, right? For submarine cooperation, research and development and innovation of it. Next, mark the correct statement regarding President Draupadi Murmu ma'am's visit to Angola. If we see here, all these 3 options are rightly mentioned. Next, in November, which Indian public sector bank surpassed 100 trillion rupees in total business and crossed $100 billion mark capitalization for the first time? It is State Bank of India. Right? It is State Bank of India. Next is Renew Energy Global PLC. They have secured how much amount of financial package from Asian Development Bank? This is worth $331 million financial package from Asian Development Bank in November to support 837 megawatt peak hybrid renewable energy project that will be established in Andhra Pradesh. Next, name the country where NPCI International Payment Limited partnered with Benefit, that is a leading fintech company, in November to enable real-time cross-border remittances through the linkage of UPI and Fawry Plus services. It is Bahrain. Next, name the organization that recognized by RBI in November as a self-regulatory organization for payment settlement operators. So, name that organization. It is Self-Regulated Payment System Operators Association. Right? It was recognized as an SRO. Next, name the bank that launched the cultural initiative, that is Bharat Surotsav in Chennai, Tamil Nadu in November, that is aimed at celebrating India's musical and cultural heritage through a multi-city fusion festival. So, name that bank. It is Federal Bank Limited. Next, according to Moody's rating, global macro 2026 growth will be steady but subdued in 2026 report released in November. India's GDP growth is expected to average dash through 2027. It is expected to average 6.5% through 2027. Next, in November, the Eldelgive Foundation in collaboration with Huron India has released the 12th edition of the Huron India Philanthropy List. Name the philanthropist who emerged as India's most generous donor with a total contribution of 2,708 crore rupees during financial year 26. He is Shivnadar and family. Right? Take a note of this. If we average it out, he donated almost 7.4 crore rupees per day for generous efforts. Correct? If we talk about the youngest philanthropist, he will be Nikhil Kamath. He is 39 years of age, and Nitin Kamath, who is 46 years of age. Together, they were among the youngest philanthropists who donated 147 crore rupees. Next, who received the Interpol medal for the highest order of for outstanding contribution to global security and international cooperation. This was during the Middle East International Border Management and Technology Conference in Manama, Bahrain. So who received this Interpol medal? General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa received this medal. Next, select the person who did not receive the Bharat Ratna Dr. Bhupen Hazarika National Award, which honors individuals for their contribution towards the promotion of Northeastern arts, literature, music, and social service in November. So, select the person. Arijit Singh here did not receive the Bharat Ratna Bhupen Hazarika National Award. Next, identify the insurance company that won two major awards, that is Digital Insurer of the Year and Women Leader of the Year at the 29th Asia Insurance Industry Awards held in Singapore. So identify the insurance company. It is Go Digit General Insurance Limited, that is Digit Insurance. Next, who was honored with the Ambassador Richard C. Holbrooke Distinguished Achievement Award, that is the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Dayton Literacy Peace Prize held in Dayton, Ohio, UAE. So here who was honored? So Salman Rushdie was honored here. Correct. If we see for the fiction, Martyr by Kaveh Akbar was winner here, and for non-fiction, The Burning Earth. The Burning Earth by Sunil Amrit won, and Martyr was by Kaveh Akbar.